Well, good morning. Thanks for joining me. Today we are in Romans 1:11, and here Paul is saying, I long to see you, that I may impart to you some spiritual gift to strengthen you, to strengthen you. Do we need strength? Oh, yes, we do. We are living in very troubled times, and many are struggling in their faith. That's why we need strength from God. And Paul is saying, I want to impart to you some spiritual gift so that you can be strengthened. That is, we may be mutually encouraged by each other's faith, both yours and mine. One of the wonderful things when we gather together as a body of believers is that we are encouraging each other. We are mutually encouraged by each other's faith. That's why I love to hear people giving testimonies in church, sharing their testimonies, telling us of an answer to prayer, telling us of, what God did for them in their lives. When we hear stories of healing, of miracles, of God's miraculous provision, there and then, our faith is strengthened. And we say, I can believe God for a miracle just like this person. Oh, he did it for this brother. He can do it for me. And even the Apostle Paul was saying, you can encourage me. You can encourage me. I know as a pastor, I stand in a congregation, and I don't just go to minister to people. I go so people minister to me. And every time I see the saints of God gather together, it's a source of encouragement. And I listen to their stories and I see them worship, hear them sing and things like that. I am also being strengthened and encouraged in the Lord. So Paul is saying here, I long to see you, that I can impart to you some spiritual gift and that we can be mutually encouraged by each other's faith. We need to be encouraging each other in this day and time. This is a tough time for the church, and many are falling away because they have decided to pull themselves away from the church. And as a result of that, they're becoming weak in their faith, and eventually they're going to phase out, and the devil would have won a victory. But I encourage you today, I warn you today, not to do that, not to be that person. If you belong to a church, a local church, in whatever country, wherever you are, get to that church. Get to that church. Go and submit to the leadership in the church. Hear the preaching, worship, love the brethren, and encourage them, and they will encourage you also. Let us be encouraged by each other's faith. He said, I do not want you to be unaware, brothers, that I have often intended to come to you, but thus far have been prevented. Here we see the Apostle Paul telling us of a difficulty he had. This is the great Apostle Paul, man of faith, wonderful man of God. He says, look, I wanted to come and visit you for so long, but I have been prevented from doing that. And many times we see this in his letters, He's planning to do something, but something's holding him back. He's being prevented. He's engaged in spiritual warfare and battling. He has his plans, but things are not working out according to his plans. And many times things in our lives do not work out according to plans, even within the ministry, even in the work of God. I have often intended to come to you. I planned this trip so long to come to you, to see you in Rome, but I have been prevented from doing that. He said, and the reason why I wanted to come, he said, I want to reap some harvest among you. Paul's entire life, Paul's entire mission was the lost, the souls, and seeing the churches planted and churches grow and blossom to the glory of God. He said, I want to come to Rome. I want to reap a harvest there, just like I did elsewhere, like Asia Minor and so on. So when we read these words, we can be encouraged to know that, well, you know what? Sometimes things don't work as the way I plan, but I've still got to keep pressing on. I've still got to keep going on. And beloved, we have got to do the same. Let's keep our eyes on the prize regardless of what's going on around us. And trust the Lord. Trust the Lord. He is going to make a way for us. His will be done. Amen. Lord bless you.